Hello, this is Dan Ferrisi, Editor-in-Chief with Commercial Integrator. So happy to be joined today by Steve Seminario, who is Vice President, Product Marketing with Planar. The topic of conversation is, of course, InfoComm 2023. It's just around the corner. We can almost taste it. We're almost there. And I know that Planar is going to be one of those booths that everyone is going to be excited to check out. A lot of new product offerings going to be on display at booth 2243. That's why we invited Steve here today to give us just a little previews, kind of some tantalizing hints of what we can look forward to seeing at booth 2243. So thank you, Steve, for being here. Always nice to see you.
Thanks, Dan. We're really excited to be back in Orlando and with a bigger crowd this year, we expect as well.
I think so as well. You know, having gone to the ISE show, it really felt like a pre-pandemic show, not a pandemic era show. And I think we're going to get some of that same mojo, some of that same excitement for InfoComm this year. I feel like it's going to be a really, really strong show, not least because of vendors like Planar that have exciting new product launches that are going to be taking place in Orlando this year. Do you want to share some of what Planar is most excited about?
Yeah, this is one of those years where things really lined up, where we had a lot to talk about and a lot of new products to show at InfoComm, which is great. So there's four main new products that we'll be introducing there and demonstrating there. The first we call Luminate Ultra, and this is a fine pitch outdoor high bright product that can be used indoor or outdoor, but it goes down to 1.2 millimeters. So really high pixel density, but fully IP65 front and back, and really spectacular looking products. So we're going to be excited to show that. In addition, also on the LED side, we have a new product, UltraRes L136, and that's an all-in-one display, a category that's really heated up. It's a 136-inch diagonal, full HD. And as products in this category do, it has everything included, including a really nice touch interface as well. And most importantly, it's very easy and fast to set up, whether you wall mount it or put it on a cart, you know, one single plug into the wall, done. And we implemented it using our electronics from our large format display line that goes from 49 to 98. Mm-hmm. And so it has the same OSD, same network commands, same windowing capabilities, and it really just extends that line up to 136. So we're excited about that as well.
Absolutely, and that's just scratching the surface. I know you have additional offerings that to talk about in terms of what Planar is going to be showcasing. Do you want to get into some of those as well?
Yeah, I'll hit the other two main ones. We have a new LCD product that's 105-inch diagonal, but it's the 21:9 wide aspect ratio, so it's 5K, has beautiful touch. It's a PCAP touch, 50 points of touch. And as you know, this kind of class of product is becoming popular for video communication in conference rooms, Microsoft Teams, front row, that type of thing. But also as a touch display, it's a really great form factor. You know, it's less tall, but nice and wide. It can also support portrait for signage. So interesting product. And then finally, kind of the big dog for us anyway, is Planar Direct Light Pro. That's a new line of fine pitch fixed LED products from 09 to 18. And in this new product line, we see customers just implementing this technology in so many different types of applications that the goal for this new product line was to really increase its versatility. So out of the box, it could fit in a lot more applications and also improve its lifetime value. So we did some really interesting things in that product to improve on those two dimensions.
So when we look across that whole range of new products you're going to be showcasing, I hear a lot of terms that I've been hearing a lot about in the industry. For example, you know, you mentioned all-in-one displays, you mentioned 5K, ultra-wide format, you mentioned versatility. It seems like Planar is really leaning into some of these dominant trends we've been hearing about over the last several months. Do you want to talk a little bit about how these products, whichever ones you want to talk about, or all of them, reflect the leading indicators and kind of the cutting edge trends that you see in the display market, and that Planar therefore is able to try to kind of leverage and marshal?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say one of the biggest I see is just this need for versatility because the technology is getting used so broadly. So for instance, with that Direct Light Pro, it not only has a range of pitches to meet different requirements, but it's a very bright display. So it can be in higher ambient light environments or low ambient light environments. It supports 90-degree curves, front tilting, faceted curves. So just a lot of variety and operates really well on camera or in off-camera applications as well. One of the things we also did in this to kind of add to this versatility is it supports 3 different video processor families. So we have our Planar Wall Director VC, which has been significantly improved. We have a range of color light processors that are supported. And then finally, we also support Brompton, which, as you know, is really an innovative company in terms of on-camera applications, as well as just sort of color control and synchronization with cameras. So all of that just means, you know, the customer pick their application and we'll be able to kind of suit the product to really meet the needs, I think.
Having that kind of flexibility, that kind of versatility, I do think is a game changer, especially seeing so much increased demand these days for this kind of immersive, enveloping imagery that only a company like Planar can deliver. There's such an appetite for it across different verticals, across applications. As you say, sometimes there's a lot of ambient light, sometimes you might need curving, whatever the case is. It sounds like you have a solution that's going to facilitate making sure people are able to get that Planar level quality, whatever their application might happen to look like.
That's what we're shooting for. And the other cool thing, just technology wise, is that product implements 2 cabinet sizes, kind of a smaller one and then a double size one, as well as we increased the video transport, the rate of transport by 5 times. So all of that leads towards being able to build big walls or small walls more simply with fewer components, fewer cables, fewer things to service, fewer things to repair. And so it just kind of simplifies it all by kind of advancing the technology that way. And of course, Planar Direct, or not of course, but in the case of Planar Direct Light Pro, it is covered by our Planar Evercare limited lifetime warranty. So again, this, you know, lifetime value, we think we're really going to be able to deliver.
That's what it's all about, lifetime value. And I really appreciate you taking the time, Steve, to share this with us. I know I'm excited to check out the Planar booth at InfoComm. I know everyone else is as well. But this little preview, these kind of tantalizing hints make me even more excited to check out what Planar is going to be showing in Orlando.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it.
So happy to have been joined by Steve Seminario, who is Vice President Product Marketing with Planar. Please do check out Planar, just like I will, at booth 2243 at InfoComm. Again, that's booth 2243 at InfoComm. My name is Dan Ferrisi, Editor-in-Chief with Commercial Integrator. Please check back on commercialintegrator.com throughout the run-up to InfoComm, during the show, and of course, after the show, for more exciting thought leadership and new product content just like this. Have a great day.